This will be our first video on finding the least common multiple. In this video, we're going to use the techniques of, or in the technique of using multiples to find the least common multiple. So these questions will be like those in 3.2, number 1, number 3, number 9, and number 15. Starting off here, we want to find the least common multiple of 5 and 8. Because 5 and 8 are what we call relatively prime, meaning they have no factors in common with one another, their least common multiple is going to be 5 times 8, which is 40. But let's prove that to you by finding the multiples of 5 and the multiples of 8 and finding the first one that's in common. So let's choose the bigger number here, 8, and find its multiples and stop once we find a number that's also a multiple of 5. So 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. I can stop because 40 is a multiple of 5. I prove that to you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 5 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the same as 8 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that makes the least common multiple of 40 for 5 and 8. Let's try number 3, something similar to number 3. This one has 12 and 16, which are not relatively prime anymore. They have a common factor of 4. So we're going to not just be able to multiply them this time to get the least common multiple. So let's start with multiples of 16 and stop when we get to the first multiple of 12. So 16 plus 16 is 32, plus 16 is 48, and I can stop because 48 is 4 times 12, 12, 24, 36, 48. So my LCM is 48. Let's look at the one that's like number 9. 45 and 6. So I'm gonna try to see multiples of 45 are 45 and 90. 6 does go into 90. Let me show you that. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72, 78, 84, 90. Wow, look at that. That was a big multiplier, right? 6 goes into 90 once with 3 left over. 6 goes into 35 times. So that was 15 times 6 is the same thing as 45 times 2 is 90. It's the first multiple that they have in common. So my LCM here is 90. All right, one more. We need the LCM between 2 and 9. These are relatively prime. There are no common factors between 2 and 9. So my LCM here, like we talked about before, should just be 2 times 9 is 18. Let's prove that. 9 plus 9 is 18. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 is the first multiple of 2. That's also a multiple of 9. So my LCM here is 18. All right, we'll come back in our next video and we'll use a different technique with factor trees and prime factorization to find the LCM, and that's maybe a little bit more helpful with bigger numbers that we don't know the multiples of off the top of our head.